Peace everyone, Unmask here, and welcome to a random live stream that I felt like doing because I had nothing else to do on this Saturday. It's rather cold, so I'm wearing a hat because I'm cold. My hands are really cold too, so we'll see how this coloring goes. Anyways, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be just hanging out for a bit and working on the family portrait here. So if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask away. I don't think that's a dark enough gray. It's been a while since I live streamed on YouTube, Inktober. So it's been a few months. Oh, hey there, Mache. Good to see you. Hope everyone had a good holiday season and New Year's, by the way. How is my life going? It's going pretty well. Like I said, it's been a while since I last live streamed. I went to America for a couple weeks. I got my house all renovated and done while I was there, and got it all transferred over to property management company, and I had tenants move in, so my house is officially rented out, which is really, really exciting. I mean, getting my house done and getting a tenant inside of it is like just something I didn't think I would be able to do. And it was just, it was totally a new experience, and yeah, it's just cool. It's just cool. Oh, hey there, Naomi. Yeah, I'm glad you're able to catch the stream, and Marcy, good to see you as well. I'm glad you had a good week, Mache. Glad to hear that. Hope everyone else had a good week so far. I haven't done much today. My wife and we went grocery shopping, and then she went over to her mom's, and that's why I'm streaming right now. She's over at her mom's, and I'm just sitting here, and I figured it's been long enough that this drawing here has gone uncolored, so I thought it was time to finally start coloring it, and I wanted to do it live streaming anyway, so I figured why not. Oh, good morning, Tina. I don't really have a time limit for how long I'm going to be streaming today. I just wanted to turn my camera on and hang out for a bit, so it could be a few hours that I'm here, or until my wife comes home and wants me to cook dinner, or I finish coloring everyone. I don't know if I'll be able to finish coloring everyone, but if I don't finish it in one stream, that just That just means there will be another stream some other day. So maybe you guys don't want me to finish it today. What am I reading these days? I think the last book that I finished was the 12 Rules to Life by Jordan Peterson. And I had, oh goodness, you know what? I had another book and I just hadn't started it yet. I can't even remember what it was. But you know, I've been wanting to get into like a fantasy book. I've been wanting something to just something a bit inspiring and just a good story. But I haven't really committed to one yet. I tried to read the Lord of the Rings book, but I don't really like the pacing of those books. But I like I don't know, I like the story in the video format of Lord of the Rings, but the books just never worked out for me. But I'd like something fantasy like that, like a setting similar to that, you know, with magic and different creatures and adventure and whatnot. I'd like a good story like that, but I don't know. I just haven't looked any good ones up. I was thinking about reading the Witcher series. I just finished season 1 of The Witcher. Or I guess there's only one season out right now, but and it's a fun show. I mean, it's not like mind blowing or anything, but you can't expect too much for a season 1 show that has a lot of source material they're pulling from. But it was definitely a fun show to watch. I'm actually watching it again. I'm watching season 1 over. I just finished it and then I started it right over again for the second time, because there's like a lot of things, a lot of little details that you miss the first time around, because goodness, it didn't even occur to me like the time changes that happen throughout the season. Like I wasn't aware that they were switching back and forth from present day to like the past and stuff. And when it finally did occur to me, I was like, oh, okay, it's starting to make more sense, but I wasn't paying close enough attention to it. It was just kind of like, it was just kind of in the background a little bit. I mean, I was watching it, but I wasn't really like paying attention. And I really don't like the names of people. I feel like the names in the story are they're just overcomplicated for no reason. And it just makes it hard for me to remember people's names. And because I can't remember their names, I can't remember who's related to who and how people are connected. And so, yeah. If you watched it once and you liked it enough but didn't understand it, I definitely recommend just watch it over. Watch it again. It's worth watching twice. Let's see. Oh, hey there, Stephanie. Good to see you. The Name of the Wind. Thanks for the recommendation. I was actually thinking about getting into manga again. Like I really like the picture side and the speed in which I can read the manga books. You know, you can sit down for about 40 minutes to an hour and get through a single volume of a manga book. And I like that. It's like watching a movie. But for me, it feels almost exactly like watching a movie, but even a little bit better. Because there's always more information you can get in a written story than you can a video story. This was drawn on the Bristol smooth paper. The Bristol smooth paper is really, really good with markers also. Markers and ink. And that's why. Well, it's not exactly why I drew it on this paper. I drew it on this paper because this is the largest paper that I have. I was ordering paper sometime last year, and they were out of the Bristol plate paper, and I was like, whatever, I'll just order the Bristol smooth. It's almost as good. And when I got it, it was these giant sheets, and I was like, oh my gosh, I ordered the wrong size. And so I was just like, well, I'll find something to use them for. And I think I want to say this is the first time I really used a full sheet of it. I think I've cut some and used it, but I can't remember if I've actually used it for anything else other than this project here. Oh, hey there, Chandri. Good to see you. I was wondering if you were going to be able to catch the live stream. I've had this drawing hanging up behind me ever since I completed it for Inktober, and I've just been, oh gosh, I've just been wanting to color it for so long. Things were a little hectic after Inktober. You know, I was trying to get some videos done before I went to America to visit my family, and then when I when I got back here to Poland, I had to have surgery, and that put me out for the entirety of December, pretty much, as far as like working on new content, and it even slowed me down on Patreon a little bit. But yeah, I'm all healed up now, and so I have the energy and strength to do this coloring now. So I'm glad to finally get to it, and I'll try to color as many of us as I can before I get done. So I never used the Bristol plate. So the difference, I would say that a majority of people wouldn't even be able to tell the difference between Bristol smooth and Bristol plate paper. As far as like the texture and how smooth it is, they are almost imperceptibly different. And goodness, you'd have to be pretty familiar with the papers to be able to even tell the difference. This here, these little practice sheets, I pulled these out to use markers on. These are actually Bristol plate, and goodness, the texture difference it's so small. It's like the difference between like 1400 sandpaper and like 1500 sandpaper. Like, it's very, very minimal. Really, I think it's just the quality of the paper itself when it's being made that kind of changes. But other than that, I don't really know how to describe the difference. You're going to notice only subtle differences when using like markers and colored pencils and ink on the paper. It's a very mild difference. So I can't even put it into words what the difference would be. The biggest difference would just be the price, I think. And the price difference isn't even that great either. Like, it's not significant price difference. Actually, I think the Bristol plate, the Bristol Smooth was voted like the most outstanding paper for 2019 in Colored Pencil magazine. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering that correctly. It was in the January issue of Colored Pencil magazine. Chandri, you have the same birthday as me? Yeah, my birthday is January 5th. It was just a week ago. No, I wasn't born in '84. I was born in '89, so I'm a little bit younger. Well, I hope that you had a good birthday. I didn't really do anything for my birthday. We just had tasty food and some ice cream. Oh, hey there, Charity. So, who's excited for the new Pastel series that I'm going to be doing? Peaceful Pastels. I'll be the first episode will be out not this coming week, but the following week. I wanted to give as many people as possible the chance to get their supplies before the first episode comes out, and I've already gotten a number of messages from people telling me that they had gotten their supplies. So I think that, yeah, I think that 3 weeks is a good time frame to wait on episode one from when I shared the supply list or whatnot. And I had also a number of people tell me that there was one of the colors that I'll be using is out of stock on Jackson's, and that was really unfortunate. But for the first episode, I won't even be using that color, so that's that's okay. And of the 2 or 3 people that mentioned that the color was out of stock, I told them just go with an extra white, and then order the violet, because it's the pure violet, I think the color's name is, or something. Just order that one that's back in stock. It should be back in stock in like another week or two. And I'll probably use it on episode 2, which will come out in February. I think my plan will be pretty much to just do 1 episode a month, up until like 10 episodes. Season 1 will be 10 episodes, and then season 2 will just start next year. And I think that's the way that I'm going to do it, the way I'm going to structure it. There's always the possibility of more episodes depending on how things work out and all that, but season 1 will just have 10 episodes. I don't want to do too many episodes with just those 14 colors, because, well, I'd run out of it, and so would everybody else. So got to try to maximize the mileage with the colors that I had everybody get, and then not use them too much. And then season 2 we'll get new colors. Oh, the light blue was out of stock too? Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, that's the first I heard of that. I didn't know the light blue was also out of stock. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to use the Jackson's pastels. You don't have to use exactly what I'm using to follow along, but obviously I won't be able to tell you like a compatible color. The I'm going with Jackson for two reasons. First, I really like the Jackson's handmade pastels. They're super great quality for an excellent price. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is that they come labeled. Like, you know exactly what color you have because it's labeled. And you can just save those labels and always know exactly which color you're using. Because with all of the other soft pastels, and I've used a number of brands on my channel up to this point, none of them are labeled. And even when I buy like the sets, I don't even know which colors are in the set. So if I needed to replace it, order online or whatever, I wouldn't even be able to do that because I don't know what the color is. And that brings me to reason number three of choosing the Jacksons, is because they're sold individually, which is super helpful to everyone, and they ship around the world, so it's a lot more. There's a lot more availability there in comparison to some of the other brands that I've used, and so I chose them for those reasons. Alright, that's all I'm going to do on the title thingy down here at the bottom, because these letters are just white. I think I'll shade them a tiny bit. Where's the lid? I'll use like a light gray and just give them a subtle bevel. So let's just do this. I'm just going to give them a really subtle bevel. I don't even know if it'll show up on camera, but I can see it in person. Yeah, I think that makes it fit just a little bit nicer. Just give the letters a tiny bit of dimension. There we go. That looks better. Alrighty. Well, I think I'm gonna color. I think I'll color noodle first, or nugget. I'll color nugget first. I'll start with his light blue color. His feet are light blue, and then he's a little bit darker. I was trying to think of how I was going to do the lighting, and I think I'm just going to do like a flat lighting and keep it more 2D rather than trying to create any dimension really. I'll just keep it very flat. I think it will look nicer, more cartoony that way. And I want to keep it kind of cartoony. That'll also help, you know, not take forever to color it. But I'll just do kind of like a top right light source. So I have, you know, the cel-shaded style. Let's see. Let's put that blue. B41. There we go. And then here's Nugget's true color. And then I'll just give him a little bit of a shadow after I give him his base layer. So something like that. And let's see, for the shadow, I don't think I want to make his shadow like too extreme or anything. Let's see. What color to use for his shadow. I was thinking just going with like a cool gray. Let's try cool gray. Cool gray number 2. And top right shadow, so it'll just be kind of like shaded on that side. Yeah, that's not dark enough. So let's go with cool gray number 4. Let's try that. I keep saying shell. Cel-shaded is is used like an animation, and essentially it's you have like a cutout that colors the subject in one flat single color, and then you have a second cutout that you lay over top of it, and it darkens that first color to create the shadows. So you have just 2 layers, and it you see it a lot in like cartoons and stuff. So that's what I mean by cel-shaded. There we go. That's a good contrast there. And I'll just give him a little bit on his eyes there. And what was that? B41. I forgot to color his eye sticks. I don't know what to call these things. His eye poles. There we go. That's better. And then I'll use the Cool Grade number 2 for his feet. There. So just 2 tones. That's the Cel-shaded style. Sometimes there's 3. Like you have highlights, then you have mid-color, and then you have shadows. Do I have any 2020 art resolutions? No, I do not. I have no resolutions at all this year. I mean, I have plans. I have goals that I have set for myself, but it has nothing to do with what year it is. It's just simply what I want to accomplish. I suppose, like, if I break it down into just this year, my number one priority this year is to buy a second property, and I'm kind of I'm struggling a little bit on what path I want to take for that second property. But that's my big goal. I want to maintain that goal as best I can. But I don't know how soon I'll be ready to be able to do that. I was hoping that, around March, April timeframe, I would be ready to start looking for another property to buy. But as far as like YouTube and art stuff goes, I don't really have like big goals that I'm aiming for or anything like that. But I would say I want to focus on my Peaceful Pastel series. That's a project that I've been kind of wanting to do for a while, and so I definitely have the goal of getting that project off the ground, and hopefully I can turn it into something that's like just really good for my career. Because last year was pretty awful. Last year was not the greatest year for me on YouTube. It was as far as like the business side of things. I mean, obviously I still have fun with YouTube, and I enjoy all the live streams and all the new people I got to meet, and just staying connected with all the great people that I've met over the years. But as far as like my channel goes, and as far as like just growth and all of that, it was a pretty awful year. Very, very slow. Nothing really exciting happened. And so I'm not really going to push myself too much this year with anything related to that. But the Peaceful Pastel series, that's really where I'm going to try to focus a little bit, and just I don't know, just try to just do it. I guess I don't really know how to describe it. Yes, it is cold here. It's been especially cold this past week, which is why I'm wearing a hat right now, because if I don't, I get quite cold. But I mean, outside, I don't know what has been going on this week. As far as like the temperature on our thermometers, they haven't really gone down much. Like, it's been actually a rather warm winter so far, which is just weird, because usually, like last year and the year before that, I had to wear Under Armour underneath my clothes so that I could just go grocery shopping or just go outside or do anything. Because it was that cold, it would just like freeze my legs and my arms and everything. And this year I haven't had to wear Under Armour one time. And I don't even know. I mean, last year there was like a number of days that was like as far down as like -10 or something like that. And this year, I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know if we've been in the negatives yet, which is really odd. I mean, we might have been, but I just don't. I'm not personally aware of it. But even despite that, it has been not as cold as previous years. For some reason, in my flat this year, it has just been unbearably cold this past week, to the point that it's hard to like work or do anything, which has been kind of annoying. Alright, what would be a good shading color? I'm almost sure that color doesn't work. I'm almost certain this color does not work. Gotta check it. Oh, it does work. I haven't touched these markers in quite some time. They kind of got on my nerves, actually, because I was coloring with my wife, and they just kept bleeding, and I think this is a bleeder here. I think this marker bleeds occasionally or something along those lines. Let's see. I'm still struggling with the shadow color exactly there. Let's see. Maybe I can use one of those. E70? That one looks a little dark. I do like the color that I was just using. I do like this one. I'm going to save that one. Let's try. Maybe if I change the color I used for my mouth to something a little bit darker. Actually, I really like this color. I think I'm going to do the shadows in this color. So let's see, I'm just going to do a shadow kind of coming down like this. This ear. There. Nothing too complicated. I'll do little bits on my eyelid here. So little shadows underneath the eyebrows. Little shadow underneath the nose. And I think I'm going to keep it that simple. Yeah, I like that. I don't want to overcomplicate things. What the heck is Under Armour? Well, Under Armour is just a brand. It's just a brand name like Nike or Adidas or New Balance. But Under Armour it's like a brand that is also used to describe what it is. Because it's like, what did we, I'm trying to think, like when there's some things that we describe but we describe it with the brand that makes it. For instance, oh gosh, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of an example. Malto meal. So there's this cereal, this hot cereal that I grew up eating. The brand name is Malto meal, and I think a majority of people in America will know what I'm talking about. But if you're not from America, you probably have no idea. Well, it is that that wheat grain that you boil in water and it turns into that kind of soupy breakfast cereal. I don't even know what the name of that stuff is called. I have no idea what it is called, like the name of it. I only know it by the name of the brand that my dad would buy when I was a kid. It was called Malto meal. The brand was called Malto meal, but we called it Malto meal. And I have no idea what it is. Still don't know what it is. I know what the word is in Polish, but I don't know what it is in English. It's kasha manna. That's what it is, and it's just like some wheat stuff or whatever. I'm trying to think of any other example. That's the only one I can think of. But yeah, so Under Armour is like think of it as like, it's like leggings for both your legs and your upper body, and it's made out of like different thicknesses of material that you wear underneath your clothes to keep yourself warm. Yeah, that took way too long to explain what Under Armour is. If they bleed, it means there's too much ink. I would believe you, Naomi. I would totally believe you if that were the case. I had 3 or 4 of these markers that would just, they would work perfectly fine, and then for no reason, they would just gush out a whole bunch of ink, and it would pool and spread all over my paper. And every single one of them, I took a piece of tissue and I just sat there and I just let it drain as much ink out as possible. And then I would go and I'd work with it. Like, it would dry it out a lot. It would dry it out to the point that it would take some time for the ink to even start flowing again. And then for no reason, it would just spew out all over the paper. And then I have one marker that I dried it so much that it completely dried all the ink out. So it went from spewing ink all over the place to completely drying out the marker, and the marker doesn't even work anymore. So I don't know what the deal is, but there was like 3 or 4 of the markers that did that. It was very irritating because I spent so much money on these markers. All right. Since I'm wearing my red hoodie, I think I'm going to go ahead and give myself my red hoodie. There's a little gap here, and I'm just going to make that gray. Maybe I'll do my hair first. So 42-ish. I'm going to go with this color starting off, I think. And I'm trying to think, how should I do the hair here? I think I'm just going to color it in flat. I'm going to have to use some grays to get like the right brown, because I don't really have the neutral brown that I feel like my hair is, but my hair is it's gotten a lot darker as I've gotten older. I used to have really blonde hair when I was younger. And then now, like, actually just the other day, my sister messaged me and she's like, "Did you dye your hair?" And I said, "No." It's like, why would I dye my hair? Goodness. It still grows out super fast, and I keep it relatively short, so it'd be totally pointless to dye my hair. And she just said, "Well, it just looks different." But by different, I'm sure she means darker, because it does, it definitely looks darker than what I've always been used to. Alrighty, let's do... Let's just do neutral gray 5. This might be too dark. Maybe I'll keep this the shadow. So, shadow over here. Yeah, because this is a little bit too dark. So that will just be the shadow. Let's go ahead and give this a bit of a shadow. Nugget and his cast shadow on my head. And let's try to find a different brown. 84, where's 84? This one I think will bring some color back. Yeah, I think that's dark enough. That's a good color. Can I still recite the names? Oh, I was waiting for somebody to ask that. I'll give it a try. It's been, oh my gosh, since October. The last day was October 31st, right? The last day of Inktober was the last time I really looked closely at this. The entire time it's been hanging on my wall, it's just kind of been off in the background, you know? So let me give it a try. How many names was it? There was like 52 names or something ridiculous. I've never remembered 10 names at any given point in my entire life up until this picture here. Let me zoom out a little bit. Is that everybody? I think we can just about see everybody. Oh gosh. All right. Let's go ahead and try this. So this is Lindy, Lilia. This is Anna, Janice, Wendy, Chrissy, me, Nugget, Noodle, Grandpa Steve, Serju, Desert Prince, Precious, Mayank, Jennifer, Matthew, Kev, Linda, Donna, Chandri, Stefania, Marcy, Brenda, Joy, Kenny, oh gosh, I have her name. It's right here. I can even see the reference photo that I used to draw her, because she was wearing this kind of weird dress and she had a wig on. And it looked like she was standing in like an art studio or something. Oh gosh. Gosh, I can see it. I can see the original Facebook post. That's gonna drive me nuts. I was doing so good too. Marcy, Brenda, Joy, Kenny, Barbara? Yes, it's Barbara. This is Paulo. This is Jessica. I'm struggling with this one. I don't think she posted it on Facebook. I think she messaged it to me, which means I don't have the original reference photo. I'll have to try to dig up the reference photo when I color her, so I know what color her hair is and stuff. Oh goodness, does anybody remember? If you remember in the chat, I can't remember. Yes, so this is Jessica. This is Priya. Is it? Yeah, that's Priya. This is Clover and Shiny. This is Godwater. Um, oh gosh. This is Priya, right? This isn't Priya. I'm getting these two mixed up for some reason. This is Priya. This is Myra? That's, I think I'm wrong there. What? I can remember the reference photo for this one and this one. Yeah, I'll have to, you guys gotta help me out with her. I can't quite remember. This is Oksana. This is Mache. This is Shell, Mac. Oh gosh, I just looked at her name too. I just looked at her name, and for some reason I struggled immediately after drawing her. Oh man, this is terrible. I've already forgot what 3 names now. 1, 2, and now 3. You know, I bet if I looked at her reference photo, I'd remember it. Let me see. Let's see. I have her I have everybody's just about everybody's reference photo here. That's Priya. That's. Oh, okay, I got it. I can recognize it. I can recognize it, but gosh darn it, what is it? Stacy. It's Stacy. I got it. Ah, I got it. Yes, it's Stacy. This is my sister Cece. My nephew Christian. This is Gabriella. This is Gina. This is or is this is Gina. Yeah, this is Gina. This is oh gosh. Oh, I remember she had like the blonde, really curly, like the big curls, the blonde hair. Pretty sure she was wearing like a darker lipstick also. Gosh darn it. A red lipstick. Oh gosh, what is her name? Gina and... You guys gotta help me out here too. So I got Stacy, but here, and here, I'm struggling. Gosh darn it. What was her name? Oh gosh darn it. Not cool. This is Noelani. This is Diane. This is Tatiana and her son Andre. And this is Tina. So did I only lose 3 names? Ash. That's it. It's Ash. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you, Marcy. My apologies for forgetting your daughter's name. Okay, so Ash. Her name. Oh gosh, I can just see it. It's just like right there. It's like written across my eyes and I can see it, but I can't speak it. Oh gosh darn it. So just these two. Gosh, I know her name. I swear I know her name. I gotta figure out who these people are. I gotta figure out who it is. I don't even think I have their pictures. Every single person that I have a picture of, I remember their name. Oh gosh darn it. Diane, Stefania, Shell. Yeah, that's Shell. Oh, that's Linda, Tatiana and Andre, Donna. Did I even say Donna? That's Donna there, by the way. I don't even remember saying Donna's name. That is... Oh gosh. How did I forget her name? I said her name first time around. That's Jessica. Yeah. Okay, I remember Jessica. That's Anna. That's Paulo. That's Linda. No, that was Lilia. That's Linda. No, that's Marcy. That's Matt. Okay. Yeah, I don't have her picture and I don't have her picture. I can't remember where she sent me the picture though. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I want to say her name starts with a G. But that's Gina. Maybe I'm mistaken. Oh my goodness. I feel bad. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Let's see. I'm almost certain that they messaged me on Facebook and they sent it to me. I'm almost certain, so I gotta check that. I'm not like in any rush for anything, so I'm perfectly fine trying to figure out the last. Let's see. It was, you know what? Oh goodness. Her name, she has a name that would be like, it's an older name in the US, like oh gosh, I can just like, I could tell you basically everything about her name except her name. Martha, that's it. Yeah, Martha. It's an older name. It's been around for a while. You don't see a lot of younger people with that name, so that's why it stood out to me. Yes, that is Martha. That's Martha. Now we need the last one. Oh gosh. I have no idea. I have no idea who or where she sent me the photo. Oh gosh darn it. I don't think I have it. Maybe she emailed it to me? I don't know. I'll have to, you know what I'll have to do? I'll have to go back to the drawing journal, or I'll have to go back to the Inktober live stream and figure out what her name is. I'm almost certain she's, I think she's from Mexico or South America. Oh gosh, now I can almost see her picture in my mind, the reference photo, but I can't remember her name. If honestly, if I remember her name before this live stream is over, that means I almost remembered everybody's name. I mean, as soon as I seen Martha's name, I was like, oh yeah, that's Martha. I want to say it starts with a P. Starts with a, no, maybe. Oh gosh. I can like, I don't think it's Marie. Could it be Marie? I don't think it's Marie. For some reason I have the name Marie stuck in my head. Like it, but it's not Marie. I almost got everybody. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with myself right now. I didn't think that I would remember that many names, to be honest with you. It's been a little while. It's been a few months, and I was still able to remember just about everybody's name. Anyways, R24. I'm gonna start filling in my red hoodie. I think I wore this hoodie most of the time during Inktober. So I think it's just best if I do my hoodie red here. And I really like wearing this hoodie when I'm at home because it's the warmest hoodie that I have. It's very, very warm. Oh, hey there, Snakes. Good to see you. I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised that I almost remembered everybody's name. I did forget Ash's name. Yeah, I did forget Ash's name. Martha's name. Yeah, I won't. I forgot Martha a little bit, and I still can't. Oh, jeez. You know, I can see the reference photo now. I can remember her black hair. She had really nice, really pretty black hair. I can almost like clearly see she was standing outside. It was a darker photo. Like I think it was actually a nighttime photo, and there was just lights that was lighting her up. And it was like, yeah, it was outside, like maybe by a restaurant or something. Maybe it is Marie. No, it's not Marie. Miranda? Miranda? Is it Miranda? Does that sound right? Does that sound right? Miranda. I think that's right. Somebody has to go back. Somebody has to go back to the live stream for me. Someone go back to the live stream. I'm almost certain that the name's Miranda. Miranda. I'm like 99% certain that her name is Miranda. Let's see, it would be day like, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It would be between day 14 and like day 14 and 18. So those 4 days, if you can just find the part where I say her name at the beginning, because I always said like, oh, today I'm drawing blank and blank, or drawing blank. And I'm almost certain that her name is Miranda. It just feels right. Miranda, Oksana? That doesn't sound right. No, it's not Miranda. Gosh darn it. It's not Miranda. Gabor. Gosh darn it. Because I always got a rhythm, right? Because it was Lindy, Lilia, Anna, Janice, Wendy, Chrissy, me, Nugget, Noodle, Steve, Sergio, Desert Prince, Precious, My Young, Jennifer, Matthew, Kev, Linda, Donna, Chandri, Stefania, Marcy, Brenda, Joy, Kenny, Barbara, Paulo, Ash, Jessica, Priya, Clover, Shiny, Garbor, and then blank. Gosh darn it. I thought if I did it as quickly as possible, I could. Whatever. I'll have to. If one of you does it, then we'll know for sure. I thought Miranda just seemed so right. It just felt so right. But now as certain as I was like 5 minutes ago, I'm as certain that I was incorrect and it's not Miranda. Because it doesn't flow. So I can't, yeah. It's not right. The YouTube ratings dropped because I cut my locks off. Maybe. But yeah, I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't do my locks anymore. It was just too heavy. Just too heavy. I mean, I can't even say that I miss them or anything like that because they were just, it was just too much, you know? Okie dokie, so shadows. Let's go with E07. Yeah, let's go with this for shadows on my hoodie. Is that dark enough? I don't think that's dark enough. Yeah, that's dark enough. Do a couple layers. Let's just wrap around here like so. A little bit of shadow down there. There we go. Simple, easy shadow. Oh, hey, Jesse. All right, pants. I think I'm gonna go with my brown pants that I wear way too often. And they're they're like a darkish brown, but they're not like super dark brown. They're like a medium brown, but kind of charcoaly. So I'm gonna do a base layer with this. This is way too bright, and then I'm gonna mix it with gray to get the right color. And they're corduroys, which my wife is not a fan of, but I have always worn corduroys. Corduroys are so hard to find. It's not fair. The pants that I like to wear are so incredibly difficult to find. I ruined my favorite pants when I was in Ohio. I didn't realize that I was going to have to do so much painting when I went home, and I did not bring clothes to paint in. And as careful as I tried to be, wasn't careful enough. Ended up getting some paint on my favorite pants, which is super unfortunate. Let's try this gray here. That doesn't seem dark enough. I think I need it darker brown. Let's try. Ooh, that's a good color. How did I miss that color? That's like the right color. This is the right color here. Yeah, that's the color. That's what I needed from the beginning. Yeah, so as I was saying, I ruined my favorite pants. They're my wife's favorite pants too, on me, not like she wears them. And yeah, she's trying to get the paint off. And then I have my dark brown corduroys, and I have my black pants that they're comfy, but I don't know. They're not. I don't think they look as good. Oh no, they're not. They're not the kind of pants that I wear bumming around. They are pants that I wear in public, and then I wear bum attire when I'm at home. And they're not bum attire pants. They're my favorite pants not because they're the most comfortable pants. They're my favorite pants because they looked the nicest on me. Am I still thinking about doing the coloring book? I have given it some thought, and I really wanted to commit to doing it this year. But then I thought about it more, and I don't know where to fit it in. Between doing the Patreon live streams and then spending the time outside of that to do any other videos for YouTube, I don't know where to fit it in. And so I'm not saying for sure that it's not going to happen, but right now, until I get back up onto some kind of schedule, because it's been really tough. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I got surgery in the beginning of December, in the entirety of December, I didn't do anything except for the Tuesday live streams, because we were in the middle of a project and it wasn't too difficult to work for like 40 minutes to an hour for those live streams. But I avoided starting a new colored pencil project because it would have been too much. And so it really just kind of like put me off schedule in so many ways. And pretty much all I did during that time was play video games. Like, I did nothing but play video games. And now I'm trying to get back into the groove of making videos. And, I really liked live streaming last year. Like, I liked doing the Monday live streams, but when I do live streams, I don't have to edit anything. Like, I just set up the camera, hit go live, and sit here and talk to myself for however long I can tolerate listening to myself. And I've missed the artistry of making videos. Like, I like to set up, I hate setting things up, but I like taking my cameras and kind of like finding ways to tell a little bit of a story, whether it's just a time lapse or it's something different. And the live streams, the consistency of the live streams that I did last year, they prevent me from having the time doing that stuff. When I started my YouTube channel, obviously I didn't live stream when I started it. I just made pre-recorded videos and practiced editing and practiced just making better videos. And I loved that. That's why I started my YouTube channel, because I really enjoyed all of those little things that I could do. Live streaming is a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. I love just like coming by and hanging out with you guys and just chatting about whatever. But the difference between like having that off-camera stuff that I can change and play around with in my editing software, I just missed it. I missed doing that stuff. So I'm going to try to do a little bit more of that this year. And the Pastel series, the Peaceful Pastel series, is going to be a large part of that, because that's what I'm going to be kind of focusing on this year. Instead of live streaming, I'm going to be focusing on those kind of pre-recorded pastel series, and hopefully just kind of get back to a little bit of the stuff that I really enjoyed doing. Because the other thing, like with the live streams, they don't Their significance on my channel, unfortunately, for those of you that really enjoy my live streams, is that they don't do well. Like my live streams, they don't help my channel grow, and I have to kind of get back to some of the things that helps my channel grow a little bit, because I've kind of been stuck. Like I've been stuck at like 80,000 subscribers for what feels like forever, and I was after like the first quarter of last year, I was totally on track to have 100,000 subscribers before 2019 ended. And now, like between the 2 months of last year where I live streamed every single day, those 2 months pretty much just killed any possibility of that happening. And I don't know what it is. I don't know why YouTube operates like this. I have really no idea whatsoever. But when I do those live streams regularly, everything drops off my channel. Like all the people that come to my channel, discover my channel, or the videos that get recommended on other videos, for some reason all of that just stops when I do those live streams back to back. And I don't know why. It just does it. And so that's why I'm gonna not focus on like the live streams this year, and I'm just going to try to make good content or whatever. Whatever that means, because I don't know what it means. Yeah. I'm just gonna try different things. Yeah. So I'm gonna try something different this year. And it's not that getting to 100,000 subscribers is important to me, because it's not. Like, it's just a number. It really doesn't have any effect on me personally. But I do still need my channel to progressively grow. Like, it needs to be on an upward path, right? Because if it stagnates with new people coming in, then there's no filter for the people going out. Because I mean, there's channels that I would subscribe to and I'd watch them for like, 6-7 months, and they'd kind of be a regular thing that I would tune into, and then just the initial novelty of them just kind of wears out, or they change in a way that it just doesn't appeal to me as much. And then I move on and I find a different channel to watch. And I realized, like, I'm not the most interesting person in the world. I can't believe that I even am able to do this for a living. So I know that I have to keep that filter running. Like, I need new people to come in to refresh the activity, because I know there's people that are on their exit strategy from giving any attention to my channel, and I'm okay with that. I understand. So I have to keep that in mind if I want to continue doing this for a living, because because otherwise I can't do it for a living. So I have to make some changes and adjust in that regard. I have no idea what question I'm even answering with my incoherent rambling. How often will the Peaceful Pastel videos be posted? So right now the plan is to do one a month. I want to make them as good as I can. That's my goal. Like, there's a lot of quality content on YouTube that has a far larger budget than I will probably ever have. And so I want to do the best that I can offer with the stuff that I use. And so it's going to take me some time to plan it, to shoot it, and to edit it, in between episodes so that I can just make it the best that I can. And also, I want to keep some space in between of the episodes for the possibility of bringing on more sponsors. Because episode 1, that will come out in a couple weeks, is sponsored by Jackson's. And I'll be giving away a free set of the pastels that you'll use for season 1, along with one of those blending knives, the soft tools. So there will be one winner just from episode 1. And then I need to give some time for episode 1 to see if it's worth doing episode 2, to be honest with you. So that's, yeah, I mean, I need episode 1 needs to do well enough for me to justify putting in all the hours that I'm going to be spending. I mean, I've already spent like 10 hours on episode 1 and I haven't even shot it yet. So that's just the amount of work I'm trying to put into each episode. And if episode 1, you know, if episode 1 doesn't get over 10,000 views in probably the first 2 weeks, I don't know how much further I'll take the series, because I need it to do well enough for it to be profitable divided by time. You know what I mean? So if the time I spend producing it doesn't output enough, then it's counterproductive. You know, that's how you get in those ruts where you just feel like you're spinning your wheels. And I have to do my best to try to avoid that, to make up for last year, because last year was basically just spinning my wheels for 9 months straight. It was like 9 months of just spinning my wheels. And so hopefully the season will do well enough to make up for last year. But yeah, I mean, either way, I'll do season 1. But yeah, a lot rides on on the first episode, just how well it does. 2018 was like the year of pastels, and I felt like there was a lot of new excitability in 2018, and now I just don't feel it. Like now I don't see the videos on YouTube as much. I don't feel like the subject of pastels is nearly as popular as it was at the mid to late 2018. So it led into 2019 a little bit, and the first quarter of 2019 was really good, and then it just kind of dissipated, and that's it. It just kind of dissipated and vanished off the radar. Let's see. Can you have a separate account for live streams? That is a really good question, Rebecca. I mean, I certainly could set up another YouTube channel. In fact, I already have a second YouTube channel set up, where I don't know when I set it up. It was a few months ago, or I think, but I wanted to live stream playing chess. I really like playing chess, and I realized I'm not coloring anything right now. When you guys get me talking, like, and I have to concentrate on what I want to say, I always forget to color, and if that's the case, I'm never going to finish this. So let me at least grab a color real quick. Let's see. Noodle is orange. Trying to find the right color of orange. It's kind of that. Yeah, I could go with that color. I only ever live streamed on that channel once. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I had fun on it, but yeah, I despise setting up. It's the constant setting up and tearing down that just drives me crazy from the live streams. And so it was very short-lived, that idea of streaming chess, simply because I just couldn't take the setting up and preparing. I just want to have a space where I can sit down and live stream. That would make everything so much easier. If I could just sit down and live stream and work on something, and then stop live streaming and then go over to a second space and work on something different, that would just be the most amazing setup that I could imagine. But I don't quite have the capability of that. Of course, my wife and I were still looking for a new place to live, and hopefully that will come. I wanted it to come last year, but it didn't, and every day it drives me a little bit more crazy. Trying to determine which pastel paper I should buy. Just get pastel matte. Yeah, they're just only get pastel matte. Don't waste your time with any other paper. I can assure you it will not be worth it. If you, for instance, let's say you buy like Canson, whatever Canson. Canson has a few different types of pastel paper. They're all garbage, but let's say you go with Canson. A decent pack of their paper, let's say it cost you $10 to get the pack of 10, right? You have 10 pieces. So let's just say $1 a page. The quality of work that you'll be able to create on that Canson paper will be worth $1. That's all it will ever be worth. It will never. You could create, a masterpiece on the paper, but it's still only worth the $1 that the paper is worth, because that's how bad the paper is. Now, if you just go with pastel matte, I trust me, I'm aware pastel matte is not cheap. A decent size for just 10 pages is going to be like $30. So it's triple the price of the Canson paper. So it's like $3 or $4, even $5 a page, right? So let's just go with $5 a page. You create anything on that, and it's going to be worth what the art is worth and not what the paper is worth, because the paper is high enough quality to be worth something. And so that's one thing with pastel paper. The other thing is how well it works with the medium. Pastels, you'll usually find people that either love pastels or they despise it. And if they despise pastels, it's for one or two reasons. The first reason is they can't handle the dust. And the second reason is it just doesn't work. And when it comes to the second reason, the only reason that reason exists is because they're using the wrong paper. So only use pastel matte and don't bother with any other paper. The new pastel paper that I just reviewed, well, first, it's not technically a pastel paper. It works really well as a pastel paper, but it's not, right now it's not easily available for pretty much everyone. Aliona is still working on the distribution. It should be available relatively soon for just about everyone. And I will possibly be making the switch to that paper for all my pastel work. But I'm still, I have a drawer full of pastel mats, so I'm going to be using that for some time before I make the permanent switch over to the Luxe paper. Alrighty then, let's give Noodle some shading here. Let's give him a shadow. There we go. There's Noodle. Alright, so let's move on to Grandpa Steve, I think. Where did I even get Grandpa Steve's picture from? I can't even remember. I'm pretty, his beard is salt and pepper though. So I think I'll just kind of keep it grayish. But, oh gosh, I kind of want to remember what color his hat was. I think I'm just going to make his hat brown. I can't remember what color it was. Because I don't, where did he send me that reference photo? Because I actually, now that I think about it, I do not remember looking at his reference photo today. So let me see if I can, I think he sent it to me on my personal page. Let me see here. I'm gonna try to find it. I mean, I colored a lot less than what I thought I was going to be coloring today. I thought I'd get a lot further. I have no idea when I started streaming, so I think it's been at least an hour and a half. Steve, where did you send me that picture? Okay, it's a tan hat. I think he sent me his profile picture. Maybe. It is, yeah, it is his profile picture. So it's a light tan hat, okay, with like a dark thing there. He's from Texas, so he's got a peachier, orangier skin. So let's see here. Let's do his skin real quick. Let's go with this for the base color. Yeah. So a little bit orangier skin. Oh, you always thought Noodle was wearing a turtleneck? No, that's just that little part of the worm. I don't know what it's called, but... Oh, you know what? I forgot to shade Noodle's eyes. There we go. I just need to give his eyes a tiny bit of dimension as well, because it needs it. All right, let's not forget about Grandpa's arms. I think I'm gonna keep his shirt white, and then I'll color the banana. I like the idea of the shirt being just white and then the banana being bright yellow. And then I'll just give him blue pants. I think that will work well with the tan hat. Are the tips on the markers brush tips? Yes. Yes, they are brush tips. And they're fantastic. Let's see, let's go with, what color was this anyway? Need a shadow color, nothing too dark. I think I used this. This is what I used on mine, so I'll try this color. There we go. There's the cast shadow from the hat. Yeah, that's good. Under the nose there. Alrighty. And then his arms. And I think what I'll do is I'll go over that shadow with the base color just to bring back some of those oranges. I think I might actually add a little bit of pink to it as well. He needs a bit more pink in his skin. So I think I'll go with this color right here. Just bring in a little bit of pink. I'm not sure what color Grandpa Steve's eyes are. I'm just going to make them blue. Yeah, I'm just going to make his eyes blue. Not that you can really see him anyway, so do that and just give his eyes a little bit of shadow in the whites. so they don't look so white. And you know, I'll just use the same color for his beard. There we go. Grandpa Steve's beard is colored in. And we'll give his beard a little bit of a shadow. So just shade this side, shade under there, there, and then up here. There we go. Now his hat was like a sandy yellowish tan, kind of like E30ish, kind of like this. Maybe a little bit smokier of a tan color. So maybe I'll add a little bit of gray to it. Did I forget to color the hood? Oh, I forgot to color Nugget on the back. Now I don't remember which colors I used. I'm pretty sure I colored him B41. This is Nugget on the back. Yeah, it's just Nugget there. Because he's big. Nugget's pretty much as big as I am. And then the shadow color, what did I use for that? I'm pretty sure I just used gray. Did I use C4? No, C2? I think I used C2. So a little bit. No, it's close enough. Maybe I used N3. Maybe I used this. Yeah, that's it there. There we go. Yeah, that little line there, that's just Nugget's tail. Alright, so back to Steve's hat. There we are. There's a story behind the banana. Yeah, I mean, the story's not too long. It's just that I find the word banana to be one of the funniest English words. And then also, way back in the day, I made a video on how to cure artist block. And basically I shot an infomercial that the whole concept behind is just if you're struggling to draw something, like you don't know what to draw, just draw anything. And I just say draw a banana. So when anytime somebody asks like, oh, I don't know what to draw, what should I draw? I always say a banana. It really has no story with Steve, but yeah, that's pretty much the story. Alrighty. I think whatever color I make the pants, I'm gonna make them this color. So because of that, I'm going to use this color in his hat. Because I can't really see what the color of the band is, but I'm going to make it match the pants. And I'm giving him kind of blue jeans, so that is the reasoning behind this color. And I'm done with that, so let's just grab this color for some shadows. Oh, you know what I realized? I think I'm missing the Taught to Steal chess tournament right now. I'm just gonna make his shoes gray. There we go. Banana. All these colors, and I don't have a yellow? How did I miss that? How do I not have a yellow? That's like the yellowest yellow I have, and it's barely yellow. All right, banana's gonna be this yellow. Oh, that looks more yellow here than it does over there for some reason. So there's the nanner. And I need a nice brown for the stem. I will just go with this brown right here. A little brown right there. A little brown stem. There. Perfect little banana. And for the shadow on the shirt, I'm going to go with blue green 90. A little bit of blue, a little bit of green. His head cast shadow like this. Sleeve over here. And the shirt kind of going like that. There we go. There, a little bit of a shadow. And then I gotta shade the hat also. Can't forget about that. I'm just gonna use a little bit of darker tan. Let's go with E42. How big is the marker collection? I have 144. I have 144 Copic markers. If I don't know, yeah, I used to feel like I used markers all the time. Yeah, I feel like I used to use colored pencils all the time too, and I don't know what it is. Like, I have a lot of artwork in my drawers over here. Like, I have so much stuff that I can't even fit anything else. Like it's so close to the top that I can barely close and open my drawers. It's very irritating. And I drew a lot of stuff last year. Like I have a lot of artwork that's just from last year. But at the same time, I feel like I do nothing. I do. I don't know why I feel like that. But even though I can visually see like how much artwork I have over in those drawers, and it doesn't even, like, the amount that I have there barely scratches the surface of all the stuff I have back in the States. And I still feel like I've done nothing. And I have no idea why. But it feels like I have barely used any colored pencils. I feel like I barely did any pastels, but I feel like I've done the most with pastels. Last year I bought an airbrush, and I feel like I've used it like once. I know I've used it like a bit. I've used it a bit. Not a terrible amount, but it's been a long time since I've used it, that's for sure. And then I have these markers that I spent like $1,500 on, and I feel like I don't even use them. So it's just, yeah, I don't know. I want to try to use them, and I'd like to have a bigger collection. I love having a complete collection of whatever art supply. And even when it's to my detriment, because I have the complete set of the gosh, I need to stop. I need to just talk. I have the complete set of the Jackson's handmade pastels, and the thing that I wish they didn't do is that they sell a partially full set. You lose out on, I think, 4 colors. Okay, there's like 200 and there's so many colors, it's ridiculous. So many different colors. And you have 2 options. You could either buy the complete set, every single color, for a ridiculous amount of money. I think it was like $400 or something. And you get them in sets of 14. So they come in individual packs, little strips of colors, 14 of them, and you just get like 1 billion of those things. And so when you're trying to find a color, you're like, nope, nope, nope. And you have all these little containers everywhere. Or you can buy the almost complete set minus those 4 colors. I don't even know what the 4 colors are. And you get it in a nice wooden case that you can just open the whole thing and see all the colors all at once. And because I was like, no, I want those 4 colors. I don't want a non-complete set, right? And honestly, it's probably 4 colors I will maybe never use in my lifetime. I don't know. But instead of getting the case, that makes so much more sense, I now just have a cardboard box with a bunch of pastels in them. just so I could have those 4 colors. And like I said, I don't even know what the 4 colors are, but I have them, so I have the complete set. And with the Copic markers, I want to have the complete set, even though it's going to cost me like $2,000-$3,000. And I barely use these ones. It's totally unjustifiable, completely ridiculous, and I am astutely aware of that level of ridiculousness. But I want it, and I don't like not having the complete set, because I have this color chart over here with a whole bunch of empty squares, and I want to fill them in. I just need it filled in. I just need it filled in. But I have zero space. I have no more space for markers. I have no more space for art supplies just in general, because I have two boxes and an airbrush over in that corner, trying to hide behind a mirror, and it doesn't work. I can see the box. It irritates me. I hate it. My drawers are completely full. There's no room for more paper, more art supplies, more artwork. I'm losing space on the wall behind me. It's just a disaster. It's a mess. Let's see here. Am I going to color Chrissy or Sergio? I kind of want to color the three sisters all together. I don't know. I just don't know. I didn't answer the other part of that question. No, I didn't collect the markers over years. I just shelled out like $1,500 all at once, and I bought one set from Jackson's and one set from Amazon Deutschland, and Jackson's. The one from Jackson's was just ridiculously expensive. It was like $700, and it was so much more than where you can get it for other places. But I needed that particular set. That's the thing. I think I only have 3 more sets that I have to buy, so somewhere around another $1,500 because I can get those ones from Amazon. Oh gosh. I think I'm going to call it a day. I did not complete nearly as much as I thought I was going to, but I haven't really eaten anything in quite some time. I have no idea how long I've even been streaming. I think I've been streaming for like 2 hours, maybe even longer. Yeah, 2 hours, which I wasn't really prepared to mentally. You can zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so I still have a whole bunch to color. I have a few. I have a few more of you to color here. So if it's going to take me the rest of the year if I do it at this pace. So next time, I don't know when the next time I'm going to live stream is. So I recommend joining the Unmask family Facebook page. If you're not already a family member there, most of you, I'm pretty sure you are, but I will of course share it there. You can have notifications turned on my channel, and you'll be notified when I go live or whatever. I'm trying to think of anything else. I haven't mentioned it. I've been planning on, I do too much planning and not enough just doing. I need to stop planning and start doing more. But I haven't mentioned it yet. Over on Patreon, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Discord, but Discord is an app that you can get on your phone or your iPad. You can use it on your computer. You don't even have to download it on your computer. You can just use it through the browser. But it is an app that lets you do a group text chat. So you can, as a group, you can chat similar to like the chat here on YouTube live stream. And you can do a group voice chat. So you can have a ton of people in, think of the YouTube chat, but instead of having to type stuff, you can actually just talk and hear each other. And I set up a private server on Discord, and I made a new tier over on Patreon. And that new tier includes an invite to the private server, the private Discord server. And what I will be, what the reason I set it up is because there's a lot of days where I'm obviously not live streaming, but I'm still doing work, like recording a video or just sitting here drawing or whatever. And I will be in the Discord at any point. If you sign up for that tier on Patreon, if you go into Discord and you just type a message or whatever, I will be alerted and I'll know that you're on Discord. And I will be in the voice chat. So you can almost think of it like, instead of me reading the chat here on the live streams, we would just be talking to each other. We'd be able to hear each other. So I've been planning on mentioning that in a Patreon video. I'm 3 years late making a Patreon video explaining what I offer, but my Patreon has been continuously changing throughout the years, so it's been really hard to do that. But I wanted to mention it before I jump off here, because I think it'd be cool to interact with you guys and to hear each other. You know, you guys can hear me, but I can't hear you, obviously. So it'd be cool to be able to hear you guys. And the whole point would just be able to hang out in Discord and, you know, just chat and do art. And then I also considered the possibility of having the Discord kind of while live streaming. I don't know if I'll do that, but it would be kind of cool. Anyways, I just want to let you guys know that that is available. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's live stream. I know it was totally spur of the moment, and you didn't know that I was going to live stream. I didn't know I was going to live stream. So anyways, I hope that you had fun. It was really great catching up with all of you. Oh, hey there, Sergio. I didn't see you come in. And yeah, I'll live stream again eventually. I don't know when, but it's not the priority this year. I still plan on doing Inktober, so that will always still be a thing. At least for this year, anyway. This year might be the last year I do Inktober. But yeah. Anyways, be on the lookout for the episode 1 of Peaceful Pastels. That will be coming out in a couple weeks. And then I have a couple other videos that I'm trying to put together real quick. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.